Good afternoon. Monday, July 19th, 2021. Episode, keep forgetting numbers, 68. George Davis. You may ask, why am I picking him right now? There's so many other players to pick from. Well, from this book, Baseball's Perspectives and Assumptions, I wrote it. I have been following a pattern of baseball players' combined statistics ranked. What I did was I took hits, runs, RBI, and batting average. I totaled it up as one number. For example, Ty Cobb had 4,189 hits. Add 2,246 runs scored. Add 1,944 RBIs. And add his 366 batting average, all as one number. What is that number total? 8,745. Now, of all the players in the Hall of Fame, and all the baseball players who ever lived who played, Ty Cobb is number one as far as total number of when you add hits, runs, RBI, and batting average. Are you following me? Hank Aaron was number 2. Pete Rose 3, Stan Musial 4, Cap Hansen 5, Babe Ruth 6, Willie Mays 7, Carl Yastrzemski 8, Tris Speaker 9, and Honus Wagner number 10 round out the top 10. You may say, didn't Babe Ruth have better than Ty Cobb? No, he didn't, because Babe had 2,873 hits, 2,174 runs, 2,214 RBI, but 342 average. His number was 7,603. Ty Cobb, I told you, his number was 8,745. He beats the Babe as far as total number of hits, runs, RBI, and batting average, all as one number combined. Hank Aaron was number 2, 8,547. He was only 198 short of Cobb. Of course, Hank played more games. So did Pete Rose. They played more games than Ty Cobb. Of course, Babe Ruth, first 6 years in the league, was pitching, so his number would have been skyrocketing much higher if he had started at age like 18, 19 and just had the stats to go, right? So that brings me to episode, what was that number again? 68. George Davis. Why do I have him in? Because all the previous guys I've done are all listed according to their combined numbers. And right now, number 44 on this list that I compiled, I'll show you how it's done. See? You see that? I've compiled the list. George Davis is number 44. And I'll get to more of the other players as I go along. And eventually there's 160, what's the final number? 160 players in the Hall of Fame, with more being added year by year. And I eventually will get to episode 160. Then you know what I'm going to do after that? I'm going to do pitchers. We'll see how many episodes we get on pitchers. But for now, George Davis. Old school. Let's see what he did. Okay? Where can I put him down? Let's see. Move him down a little bit. Here he is. 1890. Old school. To 1909, 20 years. 2,372 games. 10,000 at-bats. 2,665 hits. 453 doubles, 163 triples, 73 home runs, not that much, 1,440 RBI, almost close to my magic number of 1,500, 295 lifetime batting average. But if you add 2,665 hits and 1,545 runs scored, plus 1,440 RBIs and a 295 batting average, his total number is 5,945. Now, the first 43 before him, I'm not going to tell you their numbers, right? I can't do that. It would take too long. I told you Ty Cobb was number 1 on the list as far as combined number. And here we have George Davis, so that's why I've got him. What does he do? Comes in 19 years old, 1809. He's playing for who is he playing for? Let's see who he's playing for. National League. Cleveland Spiders in 1890. How about that? Then he plays for the New York Giants, Chicago White Sox. Okay, 19 years old, 139 hits, 264 average. I'm not going to get into home runs and RBIs. He had 3 100 RBI seasons. As high was 135 RBIs. And as high in hits are 195 hits. Let's just go by. He had 2,665 hits in 20 years. One of those years, he only played 4 games, so we can say that in 19 years he had those hits. First year, 264. Second year, 289. Third year, 241. But 1893, 600 at bats, he bats 355. Very good. 1894, 23 years old, 352. 1895, 340. 1896, 320. 1897, 353, and 1898, 307, 1899, 307 again, 1900, 319, 1901, 301. So he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 seasons in a row batting 300. And in 1902, he bats 299. So we can say that he basically had 10 300 hitting seasons, batting average of 300 for 10 seasons out of 19 years, roughly. So 1903 only plays 4 games, so not much there. 1904, 252 average. 1905, 278. 1906, 277. 1907, he's 36 years old, 238. 1908, 500 at bats, he bats 217. So something must be happening there, because he was a 300 hitter and he goes all the way down to 217. So he must have told himself, I've had it, I'm out. 1909 last year, 132 average. So his high in hits was 195. He had 170 another season, 184 another season. He had 9 seasons of 300 batting average. He had 3 seasons of 100 RBIs with a high of 135. So the reason why he makes the Hall of Fame, 1,545 runs scored. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seasons of over 100 runs scored. Another 3 seasons of 98 runs, 95, 98. So he scores a lot of runs. So you add the hits, 2665, you add the runs scored, 1545, and then he had a good RBI production, 1,440, and a 295 average. Gives him 5,945 on the list. And that's why he's in the Hall of Fame, and that's why he's episode 68. Who comes next? I'm going to be following this going down the line. Now, some of these players that are after George Davis, I've already covered. For example, Mickey Mantle I covered, Sam Rice, Wade Boggs, Jesse Burkett, Harry Haleman, Lou Brock, Ivan Rodriguez, Rod Carew, Willie Keeler, Zach Wheat. I've covered some of these guys already, Black Guerrero. They're listed according to their numbers. But I had them before because their hits to games played production was higher than some of these other players, if you're following me there. So my first 60 or so episodes, I was going according to hits produced according to games played. I had a list on that. I had like the first 60. Now I'm going to total overall production of the hits, runs, RBIs, and batting average all as one number. So I'll be following that going through. And we're going to get to about episode 160, and you'll find out who's all in order. Okay? So next on my list, next episode will be Tony Perez. Thanks for watching. I'm out.